withdrawal, any type of automated teller machine withdrawal, any of these things where they give you these quick receipts that almost pop out instantly with no noise, that's a thermal printer. Basically what's happening is we have a continuous roll of paper. Paper comes off the roll, goes against the print head, is basically just a heating element. It prints out the paper to you, so all your receipt is now on the page, and as soon as it goes through there, it just snips it right off. Basically you have a little snipping mechanism, and then this is the actual piece you see, the front end of the machine, and your receipt pops out. And it has your whatever on there. And that comes out very quickly, almost no noise, almost instantaneously. As fast as this can feed through, we can heat it up. This is a special type of paper that responds to heat. So there's no actual ink involved. It's simply heating it up, and it causes that to pop out. Now what happens when we have one of these printers is that the actual receipt, the actual medium that it prints off of, is not archive quality. Because if you've ever noticed, if you put a receipt in your pocket for a while, maybe it heats up, and you go to pull it out and look at it, it's either completely faded or even the page itself might be darkened to the point where you can't read what was on the receipt. That's because the actual page has heated up basically and erased the writing on there. Okay, now as far as the exam is concerned, you really only have to know the intricacies of printing as far as laser printers are concerned. The other types of printers, you have to be aware of what they are and how they function. Inkjet printers being the exception, you kind of have to have an understanding of how the ink is actually ejected out of the print head. But laser printing is really where the bulk of your knowledge needs to be and your study time needs to be, and that really is dealing with the elements of a laser printer and the actual print process itself. Okay, the next printer I want to talk about is laser printing, and like I said, this is where the bulk of your study time should be placed as far as understanding the process of what happens behind the scenes. Now, there are certain things you have to be aware of internal, the components of the laser printer, that you need to have just a general understanding of. And they are the EP drum, the electrophotostatic drum. This is the actual kind of turquoisey green roller that you see inside of your toner cartridge, if you've ever looked at one. Okay, I'll show you a picture of one in just a second. So we have the EP drum. You have the erase lamp, the primary corona, which does basically the initiation of the printing process, the transfer corona, which again, both of these can either be a thin wire or they can be a roller, depending upon the printer. The transfer corona is going to transfer the image from the roller to the actual paper. The fuser assembly is what's going to actually fuse or bond that print actually to the paper, basically melts it onto the page. And then of course the toner itself is an organic compound, basically some organic filler mixed with some iron that actually is a powdery substance that allows it to be melted on or bonded to the page. Okay, so let's take a look at the actual printing process to get a better understanding of how these all kind of fit together. Okay, now as I stated, it's a 6-part process, and to go through that we have the cleaning stage. In the cleaning stage we basically have a blade and also an electrical light, or a bright light that shines on